So as we finished working with the skin correction, with all of the basic skin correction, skin retouch, using frequency separation, there is a time to work with shape. There is a lot of controversy with shapes, not only from the moral point of view, but from the artistic point of view as well. And I think the reason why, because many of the retouchers went too far. But my opinion is working with shapes, changing the shapes is not actually changing the model or anything like this. For me, it's improving her real character, improving the real character of the image, improving the sharpen of the image, adding some sharpen character to the image. So that's how working with shapes works for me. To do this, we have to create a stamp. We have to create our final result on the top. So press Alt, Control, Command, Shift and E to create a stamp, to create our final result. And I'm going to change the name of this layer for shape. So let's open our Liquify, because that's the tool we're going to work, and then I'm going to tell a few words about working with shape, about changing the shape. So basically, as you can see, I created new layer at first. Even if I'm going to do some mistakes, I can always do a step back and do this once again. So that's why I'm creating new layer. It gives me this comfort that I'm not worried that I'm going to do something wrong. And it's very actually easy to do any mistakes working with Liquify. However, in this video, I'm going to show you how to work with Liquify in the right way to not do any mistakes. And as I said, even if you will do, there is easy to do a step back, because for me, changing the shapes takes 10, maybe sometimes 20 minutes. It depends how much you want to change, but it's not much to do step back. It's much easier than a few hours of work. So there is 3 tools I'm going to work. It's Forward Warp tool, this Packer tool, and Blush tool. So the things I need to fix, as you can see, here is our shape of the cheekbones and shape of the face bones. Actually, we can improve them a little bit to add more sharpen to the face, to improve the character. The same, I'm going to pull up some of the forehead, make it a bit bigger. It's going to change this around face shape, which I really like. It's going to make this face a bit more sharpened, the model a bit more sharpened. We're going to work with cheekbones as well. I'm going to pull up some of the eyebrows, change the shape of the nose a little bit probably. And the thing that bothers me the most since the beginning, it's this hand. I don't know what's wrong with this hand, but this hand simply looks too fat. I don't know what happened. Maybe this model was hurt before or something like this, but this hand actually looks unnatural. So that's the thing for sure I have to work with after, and maybe a few more things. So how we actually work with shapes if we don't want to do any mistakes. Take a look over here. We have some shape that actually could be a bit more changed. So if I start with Forward Warp tool, if you don't see this thing on the right side, you just have to hit Advanced mode to see the pressure. It's all about pressure. Usually the pressure in the Liquify is set really high, even 100. So when we work with such a strong pressure, it's super easy to destroy our image. As you can see, it's too high pressure. However, when we pull this pressure down, let's say down to 15%, it won't be so easy anymore. We will have much more control by working this. As you can see, it's huge control. It's not so strong. Of course, we will destroy this image. However, it's not that easy. So my pressure in this case will be around 15, and I'm going to start from this. I'm going to pull this face inside a little bit to make this a bit more sharpened. I really like the models with this kind of faces. And the same down here, take a look. We have some of this round shape. I don't want this round shape, So I'm going to work with this just a bit. Of course, soft pressure gives us discomfort. We won't destroy the image. We have huge control on the image, so our correction is not that difficult. Okay. Actually, I'm doing such a soft retouch. I'm not a huge fan of changing the general shape or something like this, as many people is doing. So I'm doing this very, very softly, actually. For me, I'm always just trying to take out the best things that we have on the face and remove all of the worst things. That's the point of high-end retouch. So we find the best points of the face, and then we simply go into improve them and get off all of the bad things. Okay, that was small change, but now let's go to the forehead. And in the forehead, working with the same tool, however, I will bring up some pressure, maybe till around 40. Let it be 38. And with this pressure, I'm going to pull up forehead a bit higher, so as I said before, it gives some really nice shape, very raw shape, I would say. Of course, it's going to take a while. The more careful we want to be, the slower our work is. Of course, change it on the buff side, even if we cannot see the other side. We have to do some work to keep the balance. Of course, after we finish the face, it's good for me to pull up the eyebrows to make them a bit higher. It's going to make the eyes look actually bigger, kind of optical thing. When we pull them up, automatically we improve our eyes. As well, here in the eye area, I'm going to pull down some of the head. It's going to give some impression of we're going to put our eyes a bit deeper, simply speaking. So okay, I've done the eyebrows and it looks alright for now. So the next thing is I'm going to choose another tool, which is called Puker tool. And right now we don't have pressure anymore. However, we have rate. So the highest rate we have, the more it affects our image. So in this case, I'm going to choose kind of small rate, maybe around 36 is totally fine. And I'm going to make this nose bridge a bit smaller, a bit shorter, and a bit more skinnier. So work with nose a little bit. It not affect really strong the rate is very small, so I'm not changing much. Okay, I think it will be enough. I don't want to change this too much. I always want to keep the natural look. And the last thing on this face we can do is improving the cheekbones. So now I'm going to change the tool for Boss tool. Make it a bit bigger and the same rate, 40 something. Let's pull up these cheekbones a bit. It's not such a huge difference, however there is some. Okay, so I think we are pretty much done with our face. Take a look, everything looks fine for me. Not sure about eyebrows yet, but forehead looks fine. It's a bit bigger. The face has a bit better shape, maybe a little bit more here I could work. So maybe here with the for warp tool a bit and pull it up. I'm thinking, what can we do? We could improve this front of the face over here, but this model has really nice, so it's not really necessary. So let's go down to the hand. And this hand was worried me since the beginning, because I knew there is something wrong. It doesn't look natural. It seems a bit fat. The shape of it is weird. So at first I'm going to start with forward warp tool as well, and same as before, just pull it down to make it look better. Of course, be careful, don't pull too much, because we're going to change the shapes. We don't want to really change the natural shapes like neck or anything. You just try to manipulate this a bit to make this more suitable for this model. So then once again I change to pucker tool, and we're going to try to pull this hand down inside. Right now I need to do this quite much. Maybe right now we could use a bit stronger rate, around 50, and then take a look. I'm going to simply pull this hand inside a bit. It's difficult to see if this actually affects the hand, but I can see it's really working. And probably you can see this as well. Work a little bit with fingers to make them a bit more skinny. The most difficult part is over here on the middle. So again, I'm going to use forward warp. So I believe it looks much better right now. There's few more parts like over here. So I'm not going to change everything, just correct few the areas that I wasn't happy. And now I think we are ready to take a look how this image actually looks. Hit OK after you finish. And here is our result. As you can see, we didn't change many things, we just pulled up some of the forehead, we changed the nose a little bit, so, and of course this unlucky hand is totally changed. That was the most important. So I'm really happy with the result now. The face seems a bit better, all of the shapes seems a bit better. So as you can see, we didn't change many things, we didn't change the model for sure, and you can agree that we changed a bit the character of the image, we add some sharpen to this.